CityZens, I am tardy, and not quite ready. I appreciate you guys so much for showing up. She stole my thunder so much. Thank you for being here. I appreciate that you dropped your theme song already, left it in the comments. I'm going to go ahead and play it first because I still need to do a little bit of getting myself together. Apologize if y'all heard that. I needed to be able to check over on YouTube and make sure that things are going okay because, well, like I said, I'm behind. I'm behind you guys because I was listening to Dr. Tia-San Johnson. And if y'all have an opportunity, oh my goodness, please make sure that you go over, check out his channel. I saw Tim Howard over there. I think that's fantastic to see you guys in spaces that I populate or that I visit because it means that you know, even if it's not my message that you're hearing, you're going over, you're listening. It means that the message is getting out there, and we're gonna talk about it because I think you know, for a long time, and it might be that way for a while. I do not know that YouTube is gonna know where to put you, girl. Okay, so it's gonna be up to y'all. The content that you guys send me back will certainly help. Which reminds me. Get your notepads, get your pens, get your time stampers, whatever it is you got to do, because I'm going to need y'all to time stamp this video. It's going to be a lot of things that I say that I'm pretty sure a lot of folks are not going to like. So leave your timestamps in the comments. That way, Daryl Long will be able to see them in the comments and be able to make his own edits. And then maybe if I remember something or see something or I get comments later on, if I get your homework in the comments after the live stream, if you're someone catching the broadcast afterwards, then you'll be able to leave it in the comments there, and I'll go back and look at those. I'm trying to do a much better job, you guys, about keeping up with correspondence. I'm trying to make sure that it's at least 3 days out of the week. It's difficult, guys. Correspondence is one of those things I've told you is hard for me. I don't even know. I'm so proud of myself. I have reached out to new people. Shout out to Black's Homestead. Honey, she was messaging me and she just kept saying, send me a message on Facebook. Text me. Do this. And I was like, you don't know how much you're testing my capabilities as a person with, you know, these particular triggers. And I was like, you know what? Be a big girl. Put your britches on, get yourself together, and get out there. And I did. So some new things are coming. We'll be doing some interviews during the daytime shows, not during the night shows so much. The night shows will be particularly about you guys calling and just having a conversation based on some of the things that I've witnessed and seen or experiences in my life that might make you guys think about some things differently. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm going to do here is do that because I haven't even put up a single banner overlay or nothing. Y'all, I'm telling you, Dr. Johnson's information was just so deep and so on point. And I have to say the universe was doing its thing today because I wasn't making it, y'all. I was not making it. I'm not going to cry. It's way too early in this stream to cry. I'm not going to do that. Y'all don't get not to worry. There will be some tears. There will be some rant. There will be some goofy. That is who I am. But we're going to start with some different things. So while we're waiting, tell me what you guys think of the new branding. So the mini icon that is the Chronic Citizen flag, that's mostly for the Chronic Citizen content that will be up over on Instagram and Twitter. And then the other content, the hat, the lady with the hat will be back. I love her. I think that she's the lady I want to grow up to be one day. So she'll be back. But the new heart background and that statement, I think is why everybody is here. And I think is what I'm going to shoot for. A community. I've watched you guys over these last few weeks show up in other people's streams. It'll be 1, and it'll be 2. Then it's 5. And then, you know, you're 20 deep in Melissa's stream and you're like, cousins, wow, you guys are amazing. And each one of us had to step out on faith in ourselves, and faith that there was a community out there to be found. and then go out and get that community, right? Wherever we started at, wherever show we popped up first and found one another, it's because we continue to show up for each other that now we have the number of citizens, home teamers, cousins, whatever it is that we do. And don't lose sight of that. I don't want to lose sight of that. So I talk to you guys. One of you emails me, one of you calls me and FaceTimes me or Discord chats with me. Another pretty much sends me messages on Facebook. I accept whatever form of communication you got right now. Now, as we grow, that might change. We might have to figure out something specifically for you guys. That's what the Discord is meant to be down the line. Once I start the Discord and we're really in that process, those of you who have been here, those of you who know my name, who know the goofy little trivia things that are going to start to come up, you guys, y'all are different. You're kindreds. You get a special access, a special place. And your entry there has already been paid for by being here. Some of you paid entry to their stream by hitting the like. If you haven't, please do so. For the quality of content, please make sure you subscribe and hit the all button. But for the quality of community, we got to continue to show up for each other. Those are kindreds. And you kindreds, you already paid the cost of admission to pretty much everything. Shout out to Bro Clarence. That brother's growing. I'm so proud. Oh, wow. Nice. I really like that. I really like that. I think that is a great name. You guys, I want you to start telling the truth. Not just your truth, but the truth about how you really feel about things and see things. Do it without breaking people's hearts and whatnot, but do it just the same. I can't do it like Melissa does it. I don't have that thing. She's got that now thing. Do it now. That part. Do it now. Tell your damn truth. The whole truth. How you got here, what you did wrong, what you did right, your opinions, and how, stepping out on faith in you and faith in something else. Because let's be honest, you know that there were days you didn't have faith in yourself. You had to find something else. What was that? And as our youth tend to move further and further away from a religious doctrine, we got to give them something, y'all. So we got to give them faith in themselves and a foundational connection to the universe, to the land, to the thing that's still going to be here when some of these sorry parents and some of our sorry behinds are gone. They are going to be carrying more of our burdens than ever before. So there's a poll over here on YouTube. Please make sure that you check out the poll. I want to know what mothers are, what kind of are they leaving a healthy legacy? I would venture to say all mothers and not just single mothers. The more that I talk to some mothers, I'm concerned. How do you really feel about your son? Is that because of him or his father? So leave me some comments. Let me know how your spirit is. Drop off some of your theme songs. We're going to get there today. But I want you guys to get comfortable because right now I feel fine. I have figured out how to take a pause for the cause with y'all. Y'all don't mind. The sister will step out, come back. I might even just go ahead and pack a bowl right here, right now. Well, when the time is right. Anyway, but we're going to do this tonight. Because when this is over, you're going to understand that I'm not here for not nan one of y'all. I'm here for the children. You are already baked in the cake, baby. I'm here for the children. They have absolutely no agency, no voice. They don't get to stand up for themselves. They have to look up to us. And we are failing them. And I'm tired. I am tired. I can't raise everybody's baby. I can't be everybody's matriarch. And I understand that. I know that going into the game. But some of you aren't even trying. You're willy-nilly babies the same way you willy-nilly getting their asses here. You're a series of bad decisions. You're dirty bathwater people. Some of you are men out here sleeping with these trifling, dirty bathwater women. What does that make you if nothing more than double dipping scum? Put it on a t-shirt. Be proud to wear it. You want to see a change? Do better. Get some dick discipline in your life and stop dropping your meat in everything that you see. Come up one day to find out you ain't got, bruh. Ooh, I'm mad. I'm irritated. I am irritated. This doesn't make any sense. The way that some people call themselves mothers, parents, stepdaddy season my motherfucking ass. Run. Run. Don't you take on these little terrorists that are out here right now. It's not these children's fault. I do not blame them. They terrorized the community because they were raised by people who did not care. They didn't know how to care. They didn't know what to do. I don't want to know. Why? Because it's not about them. I can't fix them. That's for somebody else. I'm here for the babies. And if I have to punch a couple people in the throat to get them to understand that the words that are coming out of your mouth are affecting the little people, then so be it. Now, if you seem like you might be, I need to just have a conversation and we can think this through, I'm here for you. We can have a conversation. You do not have to leave here agreeing with me. No one does. But the cognitive dissonance, the willful, that's a nice term if you ask me, the willful ignorance. Also, you don't have to be accountable. Come see me. You're gonna get all this smoke today. Full stop. My bad. I said I was gonna wait, and because you see, we need to get some joy in here before we get into this. Because Tim Howard, who by the way doesn't really speak to me much over on the Lead Attorney's channel, but he was like, "How's your spirit?" What, Tim? Hey, dude, my spirit is fucking livid. Sorry, fellas, ladies. If you don't like seeing somebody curse, if you don't like to hear it, y'all got my bad. I know trash can waves, which is why I'm going to go over here right now to YouTube Music. And I am going to go to search. And I'm going to search John B., which I feel some type of way about starting the show with white dude. No offense to white people. I think that some of y'all are great. But I'm here for the brothers and sisters. And I'm talking about the itty bitty brothers and sisters. You know what I mean? So anyway. It says, I ain't going out. Okay. There it is. Come on, mouse. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. Got a little throaty issue going on today. Y'all, when I say a sister was feeling it, oh, she was feeling it. This weather, it's been sunshiny and bright for the last couple of days, and I haven't really needed to medicate heavily, and I've been getting a lot of work done. But that also means that when something comes out of the blue, like this doggone heavy clouds preparing for storms to come later in the week, that absolutely wrecks my body. And so that's what I was experiencing today. And I really didn't think that I was going to be able to do the thing. But then I started to, I actually lit some sage, took a moment, took a deep breath, turned on some music, and then got myself together. And so, like I said, the beginning of this show is music therapy, but this whole thing is about getting us to understand we need to talk. We need talk therapy. And that's what I'm here for. Did you like the new thumbnail, you guys? If you're in here, please make sure that you send me a 5 if you like the new thumbnail. If you want to know why I say 5 all the time, it's a reference to my time in the nation of 5%ers. The number 5 stands for power. And my name used to be Power Earth, because an earth is what women are referred to as. So power, powerful earth. I was a powerful woman. I am. My power is in being a woman. My power is in being a mother. My power is in raising the future. And so, yeah, that sticks with me. It's one of the 3 tattoos that I have. Isn't that funny? Yay! Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's the perm thumbnail, guys. At least for the next little bit. That's the perm thumbnail. The background that's up there is going to be there for a while. The chronic citizens thingy is going to go back to the old lady in the hat. I'm sorry, the lady in the hat. I'm not old. Damn you, lead attorney. I'm going to go ahead and play this theme song. Guys, drop a couple other ones for me. And then I'm going to woosah a bit more. And we're going to get the show started right, okay? Can you all hear all right? By the way, guys, please also notice that I'm kind of dropping off of, if I joined your membership on your channel, if that was something that I could do, as they expire, I'm letting them expire because I'm trying to move everything now to this as a business. I want to treat it with that much respect, and so I got some more work to do. The Cash App's going to change at some point to something. I don't know. I really kind of feel like that should be where you tip this your spiritual DJ. You drop your theme songs, or if we get into it about your theme songs, whatever. If that's what you want to do, I think that should be a separate thing from all of the other stuff, from just the growing of the channel. Theme songs are just the fun of it. Shout out to you, Stole My Thunder. I appreciate that. I'm just going back through the chat, the comments real quick. I remember hearing the story of a guy having 30 kids with 11 different baby mamas, DMP discipline. No, not at all. Not at all. And when they talk about the statistics of actual men who are making these babies and women, y'all think you ain't out here already being cheated on and loving up with the same dude. You might as well go ahead and accept it, bruh. All right. What the funk this is got a theme song for us. No. Okay. Yes. Oh, sorry. Let me make sure that I put this up for She Stole My Thunder. Guys, if anyone has the capability or time on their hands to research for me how to be a DJ on YouTube, I would greatly appreciate it. I don't know where to start, and this is already immense, and I have so many other things that we're going to get ready to do that I don't care enough. I will never be monetized, and that's fine with me. But I do worry that not getting monetized means that I won't grow enough for everybody to understand that it's up to us to choose our own leaders. Everyone in every state, in every community can lead. So I'm sorry, guys, let me get back to this. Today is 9/22/21. She stole my thunder. You know what? We probably needed this to start out, because here comes What the Funk Is This? That movie was all smoke, bruh. Wasn't that in Juice? Isn't that like the opening for Juice, the trailer or whatever? That's all smoke, and I'm ready for today. Also, guys, I'm going to learn how to put another camera up back here so that I can dance, and sometimes maybe just go ahead and get up and dance, because as we get into the cooler months, I'm not going to be able to go out and exercise. I walk the dog as often. So I got to make sure that I get in some exercise. Might as well share it with y'all, right? We grow together. That's what family does. You citizens support me. I support y'all. We show up and we do it every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and podcast coming soon at night. Yeah. All right. Who else got a theme song for me? You want to see my tattoos? I can show you one right now. Well, no. Let's see. God, that's horrid. No, guys. Here. It'd probably help if I dropped that, wouldn't it? Dang it, there's just everything over here. You can't. I don't think you can see it. So that's the one I want to talk about today anyway. This is the tattoo from when I had gastric bypass surgery. It says April 2007. Look at that tiny arm. Goodness. It's got a phoenix on it. And then at the bottom it says "Still I Rise." So my mythical creature up until recently was a phoenix. It really still is. Although sometimes I will, fella is always by my side because I need that homie like nobody's business. Um, we bet you do trash can waves, and I think you're going to be a great father. My only request is that you be careful that the lady in the Crocs does not have a Croc mentality. Just saying. Oh snap! We got a love connection with the citizens. Hey, get it, y'all. I love it when beautiful brown people come together, and we are all beautiful. I'm trying to told you. That's just because we are. We are. We are. Being able to say what I need to say, even if I may be embarrassed. That's the thing. That's most of our problems, men and women alike. We're afraid to say what needs to be said, either to ourselves or to others, because we don't want to hurt, we don't want to be hurt, and we're afraid that they're going to jump all over us. And it aches, So, hey, Deminde, so glad to see you in the chat. Oh, who else is in here, guys? Yes, you guys are all, if you get your theme song in here first, then your name is first up on the playlist, guys. Some Benylin? I'm not sure what that is. You'll have to explain it to me. It's funny what people don't think that I would smoke weed either, but hey. And let's talk about it, guys. So here's a little bit of trivia. Um, let's call it cornucopia, right? I'm a unicornucopia. I'm a wealth of this shit, aren't I? So unicornucopia. I have 3 tattoos. One on my right ankle, one on my left arm, kind of bicepish area, and one on my right shoulder. And I used to be a conservative. I used to be real conservative. I would not, when I was in culinary school, so you can know a timeline, I went to culinary school from 2010 to 2013. When I was in culinary school, I would not date a man because he smoked marijuana. Oh my God, am I a hypocrite now or what? Oh, okay. So anyway, I would not date a man who smoked marijuana because I was like, bruh, what are you? Who are you? How do I know which one of you is my you? Right? Now I have a different understanding. I went through the process of understanding cannabis, marijuana, the full plant, what its benefits and detractors are, right? What's it called in business? A SWOT, strength, weakness, opportunity, threat. Okay, so what were the strengths to marijuana for me? One was that it was one thing. I could use it in a host of ways, and it would replace the 24 to 25 pills a day I was already on, including 5 or 6 high-dose narcotics, fentanyl, morphine, Roxy. If you don't know what Roxy is oxycodone without the Tylenol. It hits in 5 to 15 minutes. This was every damn day, several times a day. The weakness, I have to pay out of pocket. I'm unemployed. I am not getting disability at the moment. I make ends meet by growing a small business community, and mostly it's explaining to other people with medical issues how they can use their cannabis to get as much effect with as little bit of money as possible. But we're all in the same boat, so obviously I'm not making a whole crap ton of whatever, right? But I'm also someone who has a poor righteous teacher mentality. Each one teach one, and in my case, what do I say? Each one reach 100,000. We get to as many people as possible. But so that's that part of it. So yeah, guys, I used to be a conservative. I know, Deminde, and there was a long time in my life when I was a conservative that I would say I cannot wait until I retire so I can sit on my porch in Savannah and smoke my glaucoma medicine. Shout out again to Black's Tropical. Honey, I need y'all to set me up a little spot somewhere. Just a little a matriarch's hut in the back of the property, okay? Because sis needs some of that in her life. You know what I'm saying? That's what she needs. I understand that, Patrice. I want people to understand that there's a difference between those two things: cigarette smokers and marijuana smokers. First of all, you do not have to smoke marijuana. Have mercy. Okay. So I have this thing here, and it's called a vape pen. Okay, we're not going to get too far in this because it was not the point of this conversation today. We'll talk about it again. But it's a vape pen. Okay, and it's concentrated cannabis. Now it just releases moisture into the air. Okay, now it does have a smell, but it's more of a sweetened smell, heightened with terpenes. But you can put cannabis in your food. Every morning I put a little bit in my coffee. Oh, right on time, fella. Every morning I put a little bit in my coffee tech, and I have a fantastic kind of day. Throughout the day, I put a little bit more in here, and I do that by using cannabis concentrates. And then I also put it into my meals, not just in edible forms of brownies and the sweets and the things that you think of. But this morning I made home fried potatoes. So I used the fat from the oil for the potatoes, and I put a little bit of concentrate in there, and then I warmed it up, and then I cooked my food in it, and then each bite that I had a little bit of medication in it. And that's the thing we have to remember. It is medication. We talk about how plants are medicine. Cannabis is the original plant medicine, people. Come on. And they've been denying it for years. They've been denying it to us for years because then we don't need all of these damn Western doctors and the nonsensical. We don't need to go and pay $600-700 to sit on a therapist couch to learn more about ourselves. We can sit, think, and talk to ourselves without going off the deep end, as long as we know how to do it right. You understand what I'm saying? We gotta do better. Okay, guys. I'm sorry. I am way off the mark. And I told you that we're gonna be here for a minute. So go ahead and drop me some theme songs, guys. I haven't seen any in the comments recently. So let me put the banner up here so you know where we are in this. Hit me with the theme songs. Dun, 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 dun. So today's theme song, as far as I'm concerned, I should do that. Maybe that'll help some. Now, I had chosen this theme song earlier in the day, guys. So don't judge me for it. Matter of fact, what am I talking about? The theme song. I didn't even play the opening. You guys, say something to me. Y'all don't miss the opening already? I'm like, why do I hear it in my head? But okay, so we're gonna play the theme song. I'm sorry, we're gonna play the opening, and then we're gonna play. I love that opening. It's going to get a couple more updates, guys, but that's pretty much going to be our opening. I really want to change the music, guys. If you know of a song that sounds more like me than that does, please leave it in the comments or drop me an email and tell me about it. You can email me at jptheaspiringmatriarch@gmail.com. Also, I have a website site, you'll be able to email me at jp@jptheaspiringmatriarch.com. Look at your girl growing up, y'all. I'm trying to be a big one out here in the game. Anyway, right now, I'm going to show you this video. This is today's theme song. Don't you believe in mystery? Don't you want to play my game? I'm looking for a man to love me like you never been loved before. I'm looking for a man that'll do it anywhere, even on a limousine floor. 'Cause tonight, ow! This was where I learned sexy women, And imagine, guys, this couldn't come on TV until after like 8 or 9 o'clock when I was a little. All right, so that was Vanity Six, y'all. I love that doggone song. Uh, let's see, is there what? Indeed, definitely attack on the First Nations. We, as brown folks, we weren't even about that life. Most of us were in the more conservative ballpark at the time, and over time, it's just coming worse and worse. Deminde, they call you D Nice, or is that your theme song? Stacy's mom. There it is, D Nice Deminde. Thank you for dropping a theme song. Let's hear it. Hey, my name is D Nice. Uh. Guys, yeah, make sure that you leave the little music notes so I know. I'm going to try to get in about 4 or 5 more, but I definitely want to be on the way to having a full blown combo at the 40-minute mark, guys. We got a lot to talk about. Shout out to Dr. Tia Johnson for just driving it right. I mean, putting it all right in on point, and he's doing it right now. It's part of the reason why I'm hanging out a little bit because I want to make sure that I sit down because I didn't know if my body was going to let me. So I wanted to get in here. But now that you guys are here, definitely we're going to have this conversation. Of course, this would be your song, Trash Can Waves. I like that one, though, Deminde. I got this kind of, here I come. I'm coming for you. Like, you come up here if you want to, but you better not expect me to play nicely because it ain't coming. That's what I feel. I don't know if that's what you thought when you chose it, Deminde. A trash can waves is a man whom I would say is definitely into the milf chasing category. Hey, Melissa, so glad to see you. Sorry I couldn't make your live, sis. I had to lay down and try to bear through some of this so that I could get up here today. But I am thankful that you're here, and I really hope that you have some input tonight. I saw that you were talking about that young man and his winky do again, though. Girl, that thing. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Let me just say this, y'all. I am gonna pause this for just a moment because I want to talk about this. Uh, no, sir, I do not twerk, mostly because I have absolutely no behind. I am built like Miss 6 o'clock, straight up and straight down. Shout out to Ice Cube and who are they? What's their name? Is it Gorillas in the Mist? The Lynch Mob. Okay, the Lynch Mob. Okay, wait. This album, Planet of the Apes. Where is it? Wait, maybe this way? Oh, there it is. I'm sorry. It's Ice Cube. Now, listen, you guys, this is not the way that I feel now, but when I was about 16, 17, when this song came out, I had a particular feeling about my particular competition, which I thought was Caucasian ladies. But from what I take away from that now is that I grew up to be built like one of them. So how dare I? So shout out to you, Coffee Talking Twerk, for being able to do it. Your girl ain't got no backside. But here you go. Here's how I feel about it. Can you hear that? Forgive me. I've grown tremendously.
Give me a black goddess sister. I can't resist her. No stringy haired, blonde haired, blue eyed, pale skin, buttermilk
Hey,
complete,
Miss B Finesse.
gifted, recessive, depressive, iron and board, backside
Straight
stressing,
up and straight down.
no frills, no thrills, miss 6
6
o'clock,
o'clock.
subject to have the itch, butanoid, fucker sauce, white cave bitch.
Okay. So, what I take away from that is the straight up and straight down, that part. That is what has been left with me 20 years later. Isn't that terrible? I ain't got no acetol. People give me the little no acetol pills from whatchamacallit. So yeah, don't hate me, guys. I have grown up a whole lot. Please, please, please. I'm doing so much better. No, honey, I gave all the amount away when I had that gastric bypass surgery. That was the change in my life. Yeah, you're gonna have to wait till the end. We're gonna need it, blind guy, his wife, their life, because what we're about to get into is the real deal. Is real the real deal Holyfield. Haha. What song was that? Boy, I told y'all the way my autism is set up, I just in a moment. All right, guys, give me a theme song. Let's do, I think we've got like 4 on there. Give me 2 more. Shout out to a gentleman who probably wants to remain nameless, but dude, I'm kind of bad at certain things, and you asked me to do this, and I want to make sure I do this. To the whoops, Haitian refugees trying to get over here, guys. I can't speak to your story. I don't. It's not my experience, but I will say for everything that I'm about to holler at about right now, I think America is the greatest goddamn country on the planet, and I fight for her. And if you want to get here, I feel you. And if I had a place for you, I would make room for you. No one would put themselves through that much stuff, that much pain, struggle, right? Whips, America, MF and whips. Y'all ain't ish. You hear me? I don't. God doggone. Shout out to our family reunion family members out here just trying to get to their peace. Do what you can, y'all. Do what you can. And it's certainly more than a prayer or two. We know that. So, guys, I need your help with one more thing. And if you can find it really quick, that'd be fantastic because I need to, well, I really need it by Friday for Fatherhood Fridays. But there's a song out there by Chance the Rapper and somebody, and he's talking about his fatherhood, like growing up with his dad and the things that his dad talked about. And I really, really want that song to be the theme song for Friday. And I can't seem to find it every time I just put in the words, the lyric of the song that I know it doesn't come up. And I can't remember enough of the lyrics anymore because now there's so many songs in my head. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to Coffee Talk and Tech for this one. Electric Avenue. My dad used to love this one. I didn't know that this was a black man. Oh, look at you teaching me something, fella. I appreciate you. It's kind of like Bobby Caldwell with in reverse. Oh, I think that this is the perfect note. We can't go slow songs yet, y'all. Y'all gonna make a mess of me. So I'm gonna have to think of one. Hmm. I'm gonna play the one that got me up and moving today, but sadly, you guys, that was yesterday's theme song. Y'all ain't got nothing else for me? Seriously? Actually, you know what? Let's do this. While I'm thinking about it, I want to ask you ladies a question. Um, and ladies, this one's just for right now, just for a brief moment. How do you let your man know that you're his Sunday candy, or that you want to be his Sunday candy? Just curious. How do you tell him that you want to spend time with him doing those other things? Like, we don't talk about it. I think that a lot of women don't approach men because they're afraid that men are going to reject them at the one thing that they're supposed to be known for. But I just think y'all haven't really been talked to in the right way. And moving forward, that's what Wednesday nights will probably, well, the night shows will probably be about. Is about having those real conversations. But yeah, I just been listening to what's going on out here, and those divestment chicks really had me thinking, what in the Sam Diggity is wrong with you people? And by you people, I mean the purposely obtuse. You know what I mean? Okay, so thank you guys for your theme songs. I so appreciate you for showing up. Raspberry Beret is a fantastic song. Oh, you get sweet on Sunday. So you just tell them. So, Dominic, you just run up and be like, hey, let's do this. Hop to, fella. Okay. I like that. I like that style. I don't know if I could do that right now, but hey. Some dual citizen. That's too much for me. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Okay, guys. So I do need something to help get me. This one might work because I don't have others. Oh, come on. Y'all. While I'm here, guys, I'm taking a brief moment. Please send up a prayer to the Van Peebles family. Melvin Van Peebles passed away today. I think he said it was 88, 89. I didn't know Melvin Van Peebles worked nearly as well as I understood or knew of Mario Van Peebles, his son, Melvin Van Peebles. But yeah, amazing, generational Black Hollywood family. Lost a legend. Our men are dying, and it's a damn problem, y'all. We need to talk about it. And that's what I'm here for today. And I'm not here for it because of grown men. I'm here for it because of our sons. They have nobody to speak for them. They have no agency, and I've had enough. Out here whining and complaining about your feelings and how y'all are being treated. Get over yourselves and look at the people you're damaging in the process. Anyway. Nah, that's it. No one is fighting for anybody. Anybody. Do you hear me? Nobody's fighting for anybody. We got a couple of housekeeping things and then we're going to go ahead and handle business real quick. Once again, please make sure you all send out your prayers and respect, hopes for the spirits of those left behind, y'all. It's going to be grief is a tough journey. And most of us are never prepared in that way. Like I said, y'all, the universe is spoken and I am listening. Let me pull up Dr. Tiersan Johnson. I don't even know where he might be in his stream, but I really feel like I need to make sure that you all see. Oh, he's still going too. Oh, geez. JT's going too. Shout out to JT. Anywho. Oh, okay, businessman. I'm sorry I can't do it today, y'all. All right, look at that. These are the men fighting for our sons, and y'all, we had better get their damn backs. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? There is no one else that is fighting for our children, and we need to. We need to. And that song by Chance the Rapper means it says something. I'm not sure. Let's see if this is it. Nah, I can tell off the beat. It's more stick and move, son. Keep your hands up. Da 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 da. I can't think of it. And I wish I could, because it's just about spending a day with his dad. And guys, let me tell you something. And we just gonna we'll get there. We'll get there however we get there. Um, Fellas, my email is, I'm gonna put it in the banner so that you don't have to search. I'm gonna make the I believe in making communication or anything as accessible as possible and reduce as many barriers as you possibly can. So I'm gonna put my email up here so that you guys can email me. Um, Um, After much consideration as to people talking to me, no, I will always be a matriarch. I may change the aspiring to modern, but yeah, matriarch is what it is. I am the female head of a family unit. Were my husband and I together, I would be his partner, right? But he's not here. That doesn't mean that there isn't a man that can stand in that place, though. So, yeah. Anyway, this is my email. Gentlemen, please, please, please send me your stories. Send me your fatherhood stories, your fatherhood moments, and the things that you and your children are missing out on because of the system, because of bad mothers, because. If you are a son of parents who did not do it the right way, send me an email, send me a letter, join the Facebook group. I'm gonna put it there because I don't think that it's in the private chat today. It's not, guys. I'm so sorry. Um, Maybe I can go over here and get the link really quick. Nope. Uh-uh. Guys. So yeah, please, please, please. Check it out. Check out the Buy Me a Copy. So glad to see you, Glenda Shivers. I greatly appreciate you being here today. Before the Billions is on as well. My goodness, y'all. Y'all gotta split. And I apologize for that, but hey. It might be on the Big Day album. It's an older album, I do know that. But anyway. Demende, I agree with you. And if you caught my stream on Monday night, then you certainly know I don't beat them up. I was in that situation. And I understand that you have to do what it is that you have to do. But you need to make sure that your exit plan is executable to the letter. Don't you most of the time, if you're not choosing to be a single mother, you are doing this under strenuous circumstances, and so you're going to need to make sure that that you got all your ducks in a row and you move. Okay, so I'm not talking to them today. Which reminds me, don't no offense. I think you're fantastic. This isn't a statement towards you. This is just a general statement. I'm not here for the whataboutisms, the victim Olympics, the trauma athletes. No. You can stand up here and you can tell me your story. I can tell you, I am so sorry for the things that you went through. How are we going to get you to the next step? And let you know that I'm going to stand beside you to get you to where you need to go. But we're not going to be talking about everybody else's problems. If you were not a victim of Bill Cosby, if you were not a victim of R. Kelly, if you were not, I don't care if you are one step removed. No, because I'm not talking to them either. I'm talking to the rest of us. The rest of us who have not chosen to stand on anything, so we'll fall for everything. I'm not here for the ones who are just have an argument for argument's sake. You want to do that? Do it somewhere else. Come see me on a day when I feel like just shooting the shit. Today, we're going to get down to damn business because I'm tired of it. Everybody is accountable, and I'm sorry, everyone needs to be accountable. So if you don't want to hear about accountability, if you don't want me to push accountability, if you don't want me to stress whatever it is, you don't want to come up here. You don't want to keep watching. Because when I start to hear things go off the rails to side and does the roundabouts, nope, we're getting off that merry-go-round. We're gonna focus on the issue. At the end of the day, the issue is the agency of our children. But in this moment, we're going to talk about the fact that our men are dying alone. No one cares. And it's not okay. And it's happening because we have forgotten what loyalty is. We aren't even loyal to each other, let alone a community or a race of people. We aren't loyal to ourselves. We will do any and everything to impress somebody else, but then talk about how we don't want to do something to make sure that we got a man. Get out your damn way. You are full of nonsense. Our men do matter. Thank you very much, Dominda. And I've had enough of the notion that they don't. I've had enough of the notion that they have to do something extra to deserve respect, to deserve you just sitting down, shutting up, and listening sometimes. You're going to want him to run through the door and save you from a burning building or stand in front of you and whatever danger comes your way. But you won't respect him enough to not talk shit about him behind his back or to his face. Either way, it's uncalled for. Get your emotions in check and move better. So what he said hurts. It probably hurt because it was true. Deal with it. Then figure out how to go back and talk to him. I'm willing for people to make the choice. Quita, isn't that what the algorithm is about? You know, I appreciate y'all being here. That's for sure. I have a whole Facebook page called Be the Village where we can do exactly that if you all would like to join. And if anybody says to me, oh, well, I don't do Facebook, then you're not serious and we just going to keep it hot. That's it. Here I am. I popped up. I have shown up. Here's JP willing to say all the things that other people may not be willing to say. Here's the community for you all to be able to be a part of and be able to make this thing grow further. What else is JP supposed to do? Come to your house? Meet me on Facebook. Like I said, it's not personal. It is about these children. There has got to be some type of agency. Someone has to stand up and fight for, advocate for these babies. Full DAMN stop. I don't care about nothing else. Grown-ups can take care of their own feelings. That is the link to the village group. Sorry. What did Trash Can Wave say? Well, never mind the what trash can ways. I'm waiting for you two to get together. Just to be honest, that's all I want to see. Exactly. It's like it's man, you gotta pick and choose what you want to consume and how. Like I said, now sometimes the really good ones, I'll have three or four of them up and just be going back and forth trying to figure out who I can comment on or who I just need to sit down, shut up, and listen to. Dr. Tia Johnson, I tend to just sit back. I think today was the first time I said anything in his stream, and that was because I saw Tim Howard, and I was so surprised to see somebody I knew over there. I just thought that was fantastic in and of itself. Before I forget, and before we get too deep into things, I want to give a special thank you to Trash Can Waves for leaving the money on the nightstand. You are a fantastic gentleman. I sure do appreciate every time that you show up. Also, thank you to My Vivid Life for dropping off a little bit of money for the DJ. I will hang out with you any night, lady. I think you're a pretty cool chick. So, guys, if you would like to tip your spiritual DJ, that's me, JP, then you are more than welcome to do that over on the Cash App. Or you can go over to Buy Me a Coffee, where I have a blog and a host of other things. You're able to do some consultations and some things like that. You guys can come over there and you can even become a member. Right now, it is linked to a Discord membership. But what I'm coming to realize is that some of my more adult citizens do not have aren't really ready for that yet, so to speak. So I meet you where you are, writers. Right. Oh, so this is Buy Me a Coffee. So check it out. The banner's there. Da, 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 da. The lady in the hat. She'll be back, I promise, by Saturday stream. I'm sorry. What's today? Wednesday, Friday stream. So to do Friday. All right. And so you can go over there. You can do a cannabis consultation or you can do a spiritual coaching session. And that's where we get together. You give me a theme song and we chat for a bit. Talk about where your spirit is and how you can get it moving in a more positive direction. If you just want to tip your spiritual DJ, show me some love, you go right here to support and you can drop off some sage bundles. Y'all know that's really just get a girl some herb. You feel me? Or as O'Shea would say, I'm gonna trick it off at the dispensary. That's what I'm gonna do. No, actually, what you guys give over here goes back directly into the site. I use the Cash App for the non-sensory thing. I can't say non-sensory. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But if you want to become a member, and we do have a member, shout out to Shayla, then you are more than welcome to go over here and click the membership tab, and that takes you to Chronic Citizens or Allied Citizens. There will be a third membership level coming soon. That is for the kindreds. You guys, y'all are a different breed. Y'all are a different breed. And I just want to make sure that you know that you mean the world to me. So thank you guys so much for being here and for all that you do. I want to move this. Practice with you. Oh, snap. Hitting them with the berry white. Y'all, brown chicken, brown cow. All right. Let's talk about it. Speaking of the herbal medication, your herbal medication today is dun, 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 bud. Can you see that? Very tiny nug here. Probably sun grown by the way that it feels, although it's not too woody. It's called Darth Vader. Oh, that was really terrible, guys. I'm gonna have to do this better. But anyway, it is 35% THC. So street level bud is usually somewhere about 10, 18. Dispensary, like basic quality starts around 18 and goes up. And but then medical grade, that 35, baby, that's a nighttime thing. Then you might as well just go ahead and get your rest in, honey. Okay, so now let's do it. We're gonna talk about this. We're gonna get one more theme song in here because I need something. I need some energy. I need something, guys. I need your help. I need to feel happy first before I get mad because I'm about to get mad, y'all. And I'm telling you the truth about it. So I'm going to play this. I know it was the other day's theme song, but it makes me feel good inside. Forgive me. Just 24 hours, I need more hours with you. I want someone to sing about y'all this way. I want someone to feel this way about you. Women, children, y'all, come on. I want somebody to feel better about you. I want you to feel better about you. If you love yourself, you can go out there and love anybody. You can love a man. You can meet somebody who can just, you run around with guys like me to sundown when I come through. Girl like you, yeah, yeah. Ah! You should be the thing that makes his heart dance like that. You are a representation of these men. That is why they are telling you that there's a better way to move. They want you to be their representation. Do you understand that? Like, I want to say it again. When I was 11, my father told me, you are now a representation of your family, your country, your community, your blackness. I was going to Germany, y'all. Let's be real about this thing. Can you see some of these children out here today going over to Europe at 11 and behaving themselves in a way that they don't get arrested, locked up for a long time? No, because our children don't know accountability. Why? Because they're being taught to follow behind their little. Pardon me. I almost said the wrong thing. That our children are being made to believe that they are like their peers of other cultures, and they're not. You don't get to move the same way that they move. You have to move in a different way. And if you can do that right, you can be the girl or guy who someone's heart sings like this for. You can have that thing that you're looking for, where you're not alone in this world moving as an individual. You know what? It was she stole my thunder. We were in another chat and you said something to me and I it just sat with me. You said the folks today don't want what generations of old wanted, blah, 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 blah. They don't want that. I think you're so mistaken. If you look at these young people, what it is that they spend time with, when they're in there, they're playing Animal Crossing. You know what Animal Crossing is? Taking care of pets, building a garden, and communicating with your damn neighbors. If that's not what your grandparents did, I don't know what is. The problem is, old folks out here are judging them for where they go to find community. But nothing out here in the world makes it anything that they want to do. Nothing out here in the world does that. And that just disappoints me. We have to do that. We are their agency. We're supposed to inspire them to come back to the community and give to the community. If they're not doing it, it's us. And by us, I mean mothers. We are responsible for raising them. We're responsible for showing them what it is to care for other people. If you got your kids out here and they don't trust, it's because they don't trust you. What'd you do? Can you own up to it? Shout out to Big Guy for going up on Miss B Finesse's channel today. That was a fantastic conversation. And to have your family in there supporting you, brother, that is amazing. Amazing, amazing. But the fact that you and your mother and you all were all able to get up there and have that conversation, that's that's what we need to see more of. But I'm not talking to y'all because you're adults and you can figure out your way. I'm talking to y'all because you are raising parents. You're raising children, the future. And you got to understand that you got to get yourself straight so that you can take better care of them. They don't want marriage because they've seen us do it terribly for way too damned long. We have to do better. That's honest and brave of you, Demende. And then the next step is figuring out how you move forward to heal you and them. Work as parents never stops. Work as humans never stops. Being better people, it never stops. I told you that I went to culinary school in 2010. I was in my 30s. But it meant something to me for my sons to see that she can get up and do it. The problem is a lot of young men don't want to go to school, go to college. Now I chose a career field that they would be interested in, culinary management, you know. But I want more. I want more for them. I've been telling my sons how to be a foundational man for a family, and there's nobody out here for them to marry. I told my client, I will come and raise you up and mold you into a stand up woman out of a hospital bed because there's nobody out here. I will walk you through what it is to become a better person. And if you happen to marry one of my kids, fantastic. If you don't, as long as you can find someone who's going to love you and care for you in this life, I've done my job. And ladies, if you think you don't need somebody to love and care for you and comfort you, you're mistaken. What you are looking for in men is what you want, is what you should be. Excuse me. What you are looking for in men is what you should be to men. What men should be is foundational so that when you need the comfort and support, you can lean on them. If they show up all the time, that's foundational. You mad because they forgot to tell you that your hair was cute today? Get over yourself. It's not even your damn hair half the time. Why would he pay attention to it? We have got to do better. We're sitting out here doing all of these things, and we're saying one thing and doing another, and expecting our children to be able to figure out the stuff in the middle. And it's not okay. We got to make better moves. No, you didn't hurt me. Not at all. I'm a lot more internally strong than I am externally fragile. You know what I'm saying? Like this little body can't take a whole lot of pressure, but my mental, we're okay. And I don't think that it was intended in any way towards me. So no. Basana Gabra to the pandemic. I don't even know the words, but it speaks. Right, there's something that speaks to your soul. And the song that spoke to my soul during the pandemic was a song by Jamila Woods called Holy. And that got me through because it reminded me that even though I was alone, I wasn't lonely. I'm okay being by myself. But I love having a partner. I love having someone that I can lay my head on his chest and I can smell his cologne from earlier in the day in that little spot. I love knowing that when he walks through the door, he's probably had an exceptionally difficult day. But if I look up and smile, he looks down at me and smiles. And it's because he's happy to see me. He's happy to come home to the place that I make comfortable and peaceful, that has the right lighting, I'm a little less shiny today, y'all. I'm working on it. That has the right lighting, that has the right sense, has the right feeling, right? I love knowing that on his day off, he sits in bed and sorry guys, Twitch is sending me an error message. So I'm going to end it. If you're over there, please come over to YouTube. I'm going to drop the YouTube link really quick. I'm going to try to anyway. Shoot. I can't from here. I'm so sorry, Twitch. I'm going to let it go a little bit longer, but if I get the error message again, guys, I'm going to drop it. But I love and I'm at peace with taking care of the home that he provides. That's what being a stay-at-home wife or mother is. Like, if that's what you like, all of those women who call Kevin Samuels and say, I don't want to work after I have my first baby or blah, 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 blah. Okay, well, here's what that actually looks like. You're responsible for the laundry, the dishes, the cooking, the overall cleaning, the nurturing of the children, the getting them to where they need to go, the getting them back, making sure that he's up on time, even though he's going to make sure that he's up on time. You're responsible for making sure that the home runs like clockwork because that is your domain. He is the head of the household, but you manage that bad boy. If he is the CEO, You are the COO. You are the chief operating officer. And you had better do a damn good job because he goes out there busting his ass, working 40 to 60, 70 hours a week. So you don't have to worry about anything. And so if he doesn't remember the hair color or if he doesn't remember the such and such, you need to give him some grace. Give him some damn space. It's a lot. The way you feel that it's a lot, taking on, with the kids and the housework and the whatever, imagine what his a lot is. How about if you try to find a way to set aside some time for both of y'all to get some peace together and alone? Why can't you do that? Why can't you see his needs first? But see, the thing is if you take care of his needs, most of yours are automatically taken care of too. Don't you need laundry done? Don't you need to eat? Don't you need a clean house? The difference is, and the thing that he provides just by his sheer presence is safety and security. You don't have to worry about whether or not the man next door knows that you're alone in the house, because you're not alone in the house. You don't have to buy a weapon and hope that you'll remember to protect yourself in case of emergency. Grab gun. In case of emergency. Baby, should I go hide in the closet? Or you got, good looking out? Thank you, honey. I appreciate you for getting up and going to check that door window. Here, let me make you a sandwich. Here, let me give you a little quickie before you go to work. Let me shout you out in that other kind of way, where I mix your name up with the Lord's name and we get into something kind of special. You know what I'm saying? There's just something different. But I want you guys to understand where I'm coming from and what it is that I see. And that's why I share with you the other folks that are out here. And I don't need to really share anybody else today except for Dr. Tia Johnson. And like I said, he's live right now. So exactly. Beatbox into his mic at least 2-3 times a week. Ask him what he likes. He may not want that at all. It may not work for him, but you don't know because you mostly worried about whether or not you're going to get what about his? What about just being his comfort, his soft spot? You're his feminine representation. And there's a lot of y'all I wouldn't put out there. But anyway, the things that he's talking about right now, they went into the troll farms, but he started out talking about Melvin Van Peebles, like I said, who recently passed away. Today, I believe it was. That not true. Trash can waste. Also, please send up a prayer to AJ Johnson's family, you guys. He passed away in these last few days. His wife is out there on GoFundMe asking for money. But they said he died alone in a storefront. So it makes me wonder, My thing is, and the thing that I want to ask women is just, y'all, can we not put it all out there? They already murdered their names. They already murder our men's names as soon as they die. No matter the reason. Right now, if Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, any of them were to pass away, you know what would come first? Bill Cosby, former actor, recently accused of raping a bunch of people in the such and such dies at such and such. It'll be in the opening damn title, right? It'll be in the first 2-3 sentences because it's about destroying the names of our men. It's about destroying their image so that we will not care, so that we won't create family bonds and unity, so our sons won't have examples of masculinity to actually aspire to. They'll end up in situations like Big Guy said that he was in, or they'll end up so angry with the whole world. They won't be able to love because they won't be able to trust. We haven't stood up for them all this time. So many mothers out here, black men ain't this. Your sons are sitting in the car seat right behind you when you say it. You're just you're spewing what white supremacists can no longer say. They had to go behind closed doors to do it. And now there's this, right? You know something, a global green book, I'm going to tell you something. You're right and you're wrong. And here's why I'm going to say why. Here's why. You're right, because you are only as good as your last act in America. But in Black America, you are as good as your community. You are as good as you are to your community. You want to rise? You want to see change? You want better? Build up your damn community, people. Every last one of us. Fentanyl deaths are on the rise, but not in the Black community. Want to know why? Medical racism saved Black folks' lives. Ain't that about the damn ironic kicker in the whole thing? Because there's an association in the minds of doctors, so much is still in books, that they believe that we don't feel pain in the same way that they do, that they believe that we're out here drug seeking instead of actually going through crises in the moment. Because they cannot see any of those things, they would say, oh no, we're not going to give anything to treat your pain. So when they started over-medicating all of these pain patients, they didn't over-medicate us. And because we're not the pill-popping type as a community, we didn't fall prey to it. So the drug deaths that are on the rise, mostly theirs. That's why it's such a damn crisis. It's an epidemic now, right? But not a pain epidemic that we're dealing with. We're not talking about the actual problem. We're talking about the crappy solutions that they came with and how they ended up hurting their people. Get me wrong, I didn't say all of them, I said some. But if you can understand that, if we can understand those things, then we had be better of standing up for Black men. All of them. For their innocence until they are proven guilty. And just because you might feel some type of way because you were somebody else's victim does not mean you get to stand up here and call every Black man terrible, hateful, disrespectful, whatever it is. You are completely out of line. You had better check yourself. Y'all want men to be loyal to you, to come up and stand up and show up for you, protect you and fight for you. But what are you doing? Are you loyal to them? Are you protecting them? Are you foundational in their lives in any way? Do you inspire them to peace and positivity and growth and finding their purpose in life? Or do you influence them to act emotional? To get out of pocket because somebody did something? To not take a moment and think before you act? Mothers, wives, sisters, I'm talking to y'all. I'm also talking to you Black men who don't show up for each other and the young Black men that those men leave behind. It's not enough for you to say you know it's a problem. You better get your behind up and go do something for those young men. I don't either. I refuse. Let me tell you ladies, one thing you can start doing right now, because maybe you don't know where to start. Maybe you're thinking, you know what, JP, you're absolutely right. I need to do better. I need to be a more foundational woman for my Black community. What do I do? Start there. Anytime that you feel some type of way towards him and y'all are in public, you continue to smile. All right, baby, I understand. When we get home, I'd like to have a conversation. I don't want to do it now. I respect you enough not for us to get into a heated argument in front of all these people and then deal with that. We'll deal with it when we get home. Start there. Don't embarrass anybody in public, including yourself. When you act loud and disrespectful and rude, you start rolling your neck and getting outside of yourself. It makes you look bad. And him. I said, you are a feminine representation of him, and you cannot do that if you out here acting like him. If you're acting like an emotional man, that's what some of you women are. You're mangry. You're acting like emotional men. You got to do better. You got to learn to be loyal. You want to know what else you can do? Start speaking about all of our black men as if they're innocent, period. Someone says, oh, did you hear about Bill Cosby getting out? I can't believe. Do you know what they said he did? They said he did it. I can't wait for the trial and the verdict. Oh, wait, he's not going to trial? Well, guess what? He's innocent. Full stop. That's what the government says. That's what we support. When you go to prison and you want somebody in your corner, that's what you're going to want, right? So you'd better stand your ass up now and be supportive. I am not saying that we know anything for certain. We know that the law says he's innocent until proven guilty. You don't get to go out here and drag him out in the streets in the meantime. Shut him down, tear him down. I'm not here for it. I get it. But who's going to be there for you when you might be wrongfully accused, mistreated, held in jail for 3 years, and then told, oh, oops, our bad? I am not saying whether or not he did or did not do it. I am saying that the government has told you he's innocent until proven guilty, and you need to support him as such. I'm not saying go buy his ass a coffee. I'm saying don't take anything that he offers you to drink. But he has a right to be able to live his life without all of the tearing him down. You're not just dealing with the law. They are out here stripping his name everywhere that they can based on something that happened before I was born. No context. There's a reason why there's a statute of limitations. There's a reason why there is a statute of limitations on all of these things, because 20 years will change the context. Miss B. Finesse said it tonight when she was talking about how we look at words. It's true of the law. Time changes. People change. We grow and mature. So you're going to hold us accountable for what we did 40 years ago with the full weight of today's law? At least when it comes to having done a juvenile crime, they go back to the time that you were a juvenile and charge you as if you were that juvenile. But today, make it make sense. If you promote what is happening to Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, the doxing of everybody, the canceling of everybody, it's going to be you in your life sooner than later. The right person. I'm going to tell y'all a story. I'm going to tell y'all a story about a Becky. Okay? I was working in, of all places, Elizabeth City. Shout out to Blind Guy, his wife, their life. Okay? I was working at Elizabeth City. In Elizabeth City at one of the colleges there. And I had hired a young Caucasian woman. Now, I had mostly black staff. My supervisor at the time was a young white man. And then this young lady was a cashier at night, and she was a white woman. It matters because this young lady would eventually go on to get fired for not doing her job. Right? She just, I don't understand this, or, I tried, but It was excuse after excuse. I will, like, if you don't understand your job, I'm going to retrain you. First thing first, I'm going to sit down, we're going to talk about it. I'm going to let you go back and do it. And then if that doesn't work, we'll have a retraining session. If the retraining session doesn't work, then we're going to have a come to Jesus session. After the come to Jesus session, you're gone. Okay. So we've done all of that. We're at the come to Jesus session and she's gone. Then what she does is she turns around and she sends a letter to my boss and to the school for which I work now. I'm a contract food service. So that's two different people. The letter that she sent to my boss. Oh, and me. Okay. The letter that she sent to me had absolutely no mentions of anything racist. Okay. The letter that she sent my boss and the director of the school said that I had called her some type of a white cracker bee. Y'all don't know me that well, but you've been rocking with me for this long. Do I seem like that's how I go in a management position? That's how I'm going to move, working in a corporate setting at a Christian college? Get out of here. Now, luckily, I'm a woman of receipts and my word and my truth. I had no worries at all. The company backed me up. The school backed me up. But that woman, that Becky, came for me, right? She came for me. She came for me, and I was foundational about my stuff, right? Sorry, excuse me, but AP, what about the black man accused of at being innocent? Yes. Do you let your kids be alone with him? No. Do you go out and egg his house and point him out at work? And he already has to register as a sex offender. What the hell do you need to do? We aren't required to be vigilantes, to take on everything. Stay inside of the law. And the law says he's innocent until proven guilty. Yes, I almost lost my damn job over absolute nonsense. Over pure madness, because in reality, I was a black woman in a position of power. You walk a fine line all the time. We have to. Even God's law says that you are not the law. He is. So even in God's eyes, we need to sit down and be quiet. I feel you, trash can waves. In my spirit, listen, okay. Do I want to believe? Do I think? Do I? Listen, let's talk about the Bill Cosby thing. No, let's keep it in context. We're talking about the 60s, right? Where were they at? What was the name of that club? Studio 50 something or other, right? Studio 50 something or other was known for sex, drugs, rock and roll. You know, if you was hanging out there that you was going, and then you're going to go to that man's house 2:30 in the morning, you're going to tell me you didn't know what to expect, what was potentially expected of you. I am not saying that it is okay that anything that you did not want to happen happened in that night. But what I am saying is that 40 years of hindsight is a motherfucker, and it will play with you. And these men of power have no recourse, because we out here talking about, oh, well, you should have protected yourself better. Didn't you have all that money? This, that, the third. That was the time. That was what they did. That's like not holding hippies accountable for being hippies. Context matters. That is why things are the way that they are. That is why the law is written the way that it is. That is why memories are the way that they are. Time changes. I told you, y'all not going to like what it is that I got to say. If you walk up out of here and think about it, though, that's what I expect. Trash can waves, you my cuzzo through and through. I know this ain't going to be the end of you and me, but bruh, we got to be real about it. Because right now it's Bill Cosby. What about with his trash can waves and the one that's standing outside of there trying to get some justice is me for you? I ain't no damn body. And I can tell you the little old JPs of the world don't make shit move. Not solo. It takes the power of a community. But a community has to be loyal. And the community has to say, listen, brother, it looked like you may have done this shit. We here for you until such time as you get convicted. And we're going to see you when we see you. But in the meantime, in not supporting that man, how many other careers have you all unraveled? How many other careers has this cancel culture, this hate for black men, hate for masculinity? Bill Cosby is generationally foundational, right? Bill Cosby gave Melvin Van Peebles the money to start his first movie. And from there. What I am saying to you is we need to be more careful than moving on our emotions. We need to move on fact until we know we've exhausted all the facts. And we haven't exhausted all the facts. Okay. If they hurt your family, trash can waves, tell me what Bill Cosby did to your family. Tell me what R. Kelly did to your family. Well, anybody who agrees with trash can waves and would like to come up here and have a conversation, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. That is not what I'm saying. You aren't his victim. They have attorneys. They have the full weight of the law behind them. Let them fight that fight. And you just recognize that he is still innocent until proven guilty and make sure that the rest of the world does. Because otherwise, black men are the full cell consequence. Them being in jail, them being left behind, them being left to die alone is a direct result of us not being loyal to each other because so-and-so said so-and-so did something. Because little bits of information have trickled out and we're okay with that. I can't do it. I can't watch it. Go over and watch it. A lady called Spit and Fire. She got an excellent channel where she talks about R. Kelly and his stuff. I can't watch it. I feel a particular way. But I'm not going to say, nah, he guilty. He doesn't deserve a fair chance. He does. And he deserves us saying he deserves a fair chance, or else he won't get one. Who is going to stand up and make sure that the law works for him and his victims? He'll never get to court, or when he gets to court, it'll be tainted. Look what happened in both cases. Both cases. Same reason. Their victims end up not getting justice either. Why? Because we're not working within the parameters. We're tainting the jury pool if we continue to talk about how they are guilty because we feel. Because so-and-so said, but we don't have enough damn proof. Moving on emotion. There's a time and a place for it. You want to fight, we have to fight for the common ground. And the common ground is that we are all humans considered innocent until proven guilty. Our men don't get that floor. Because emotions. Oh, well, what about all of the victims? Those victims have the right to the same law that he does. And they have attorneys. So what does that have to do with you saying the one thing that's true? Innocent until proven guilty. I'm not asking you to help him find a loophole, trash can waves. I'm asking you to just not. What's the good book say? Or the people say? Or whatever it is, if you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all. If you can't support the fact that you're not innocent, that you're innocent until proven guilty, then just don't say anything, because that is the law. But when we step out here and we continue and we pull those same tendrils and pull them down, it sets up the domino for it to be our men at the basic level. The fight starts when we recognize that there's a human being over there being stripped of their decency, their dignity, their humanity, based on what someone else has said. They're still just accused at this point. What proof is needed of what? Okay. You're right. You're right. In the Bill Cosby case, they went through the depositions and whatever else, and those depositions are what they used in order to convict that man. Then come to find out, they were never supposed to have used those depositions. The statute of limitations had ran out, and they had made a contract with him that they would not, because it's out of context. Did you give those women pills and intend to have sex with them? Yep. It was the 1960s and 70s. That's what we did. We popped pills and drank to get relaxed, and then we did a thing. But now it's an out. It's a way to say, oh, I was victimized, I was mistreated, I was traumatized, I didn't know better. How not? Everybody in here can talk about what time a booty call happens. Everybody in here can tell you when these things go this way. So it's not like we didn't know that these things were going on at that time. So 20 years later, 40 years later, to use that information without that context is a crime. And the law worked for him in that regard. Everything else was thrown out because it was dirty. Everything else was thrown out because it was dirty. Because they tainted it with because of the emotional movements of the jackass damn DA at the time. I didn't say he might not be guilty. What I said is that he's innocent until you prove that he's guilty. And no one has proven that. Because if you cannot use the evidence against him in the court of law, you can't use it against him in the streets. You see what's happening when we take justice to the streets? Look at Chicago. Moving on emotion. Put yourself in that position. One of his victims were one of your kids. I won't. And here's why. If it's my kids, I'm fighting for my fucking kids. I'm going to court. I'm doing everything that I can. I know that man has to have a defense attorney to defend him. I know that he's considered innocent until proven guilty. And I know that every time someone goes out here and moves like a vigilante or does something outside of the frame of law, you risk the chance that my child getting justice. So if I'm not going to move on emotion and it's my baby, yeah, I want it to work. I want it to work. I want my baby to get justice. Why would I stand in the way of that? Right. But why does your opinion have to make it anywhere? Your opinion is not based on fact. It's an opinion. And when you get out here and share it in the streets all willy-nilly, especially if you have a platform, then it comes across as fact. People don't mince the differences like that. And we know it. It's why we speak in vagaries rather than the truths of things. What does public opinion have to do with the law, with the truth? You don't get to go out and tear down that man's entire existence after the government has said, yeah, nah. Yes. Because let me tell you why, Trash. You know what? Damn, I tell you why. I'm gonna show you a why. Sick of it. Y'all, it only works if it's one of the things that work for people, right? Trash can waves. You believe in cops, and you believe that if I have an issue, I'm supposed to call the cops. But I told you that cops deleted my cousin. I'm still supposed to respect and revere them and give them the right to move in any way, shape, or form. Tell me the difference. Until he's proven guilty, that officer, which we know isn't going to happen, I'm not supposed to go out here and try to find him and his. I know you don't, Demende, and I wouldn't call cops either. I try my best not to, y'all. I really do. I'm being honest about it. But when I do have to deal with them, I let them know, hey, listen, it's not my cup of tea. Here we go. What does it have to do? I'm not going to put it up there. What does it have to do with price of tea in China? It's all these other random ass arguments. Rather than these are the facts. The facts are he was proven to be innocent because these things happened. Because the DA messed up, because of the time that had elapsed, because there is no, it's he said, she said. There's nothing else. And at the end of the day, we have to respect that we don't know either. We can have an opinion. We're entitled to it. We're not entitled to use our opinion as a platform to tear down a man and a legacy. You're not just tearing down these, you're tearing down legacies. They're building up, they built opportunities for other people. And you're tearing them down based off of opinion. Opinion. Slavery was wrong, and then when slavery wasn't wrong, and then we did what? And then things happened, right? By the way, slavery still exists today. Are you fighting for all of those slaves? Are you up here rattling your chains for all of them slaves, or just a particular set of slaves? Just the ones that were in, I don't know, America, the Caribbean, not the ones who are actual, like right now. There are these extra arguments all the time, rather than just focus on the truth, the fact, and the law. His so-called victims would even tell you that they were told certain things. The truth thing. Oh, Beverly, what was her name? Campbell. She said, nah, I went up there. He treated me just fine. We have to understand these things. We have to stop moving on our emotions. So doggone worried about what we felt. We remember that time that we had. If the law frees the officer that deleted George Floyd because of a technicality, we should accept him back into the community. Yeah. You don't have to deal with him. He wasn't proven guilty. No, his words did not. His words were taken out of context. See, it's this part. We refuse to accept that part, the context of the thing, the time frame of the thing. No, that's not how it works. The law doesn't work that way. The truth doesn't work that way. Because you can hear his words and they can mean one thing to you and mean something entirely different to me. And we know that. That's why we can't move on emotion. So back here we go. Yeah. As a society, we have to welcome him back into, we have to allow him back into the community. Do we have to do it in a way that says, "Ooh, honey, come here, we love you"? No. Hey, pimpin', what you did was sus. I'm gonna need you to stay over there. You can't be at the weekend barbecues, and you damn sure can't be around the kids. Now, you got work to do to prove these things are untrue inside of the community. But what we're not going to do as a community is go out here and snatch your name down along with everybody else. Be the main pole bearers in the Burn Your Lives in Effigy campaign. Nothing you did was of value because of that one moment in your life, or supposed moment in your life, as we talk about it. Nothing you did was of value in that moment. I'll give you a prime example. I told you all that I worked as a bouncer for R. Kelly's concerts, his 12-play concerts. I did, I think, 2 or 3 of them. And as a female, that meant that I was there seeing specifically who it was that he was patting down or whatever it was. So I have a particular bit of skeeve on me when it comes to that man. But I'm not going to say he's automatically guilty. I'm not going to say because of what these people have put out here without context that he's automatically guilty. Oh, goodness. Here it goes. Who's the big? Oh, but what are we doing to us? What are we doing? What are we doing to us? We're doing what we've been indoctrinated into. We're doing what's been poured into us. We're doing the whatabouts. We're doing the trauma Olympics. What are we doing? How are we protecting our children from the predators' trash can waves? We know that there are free predators out here anyway. So what are we doing as a community? Nothing. Nothing. Blaming what victim? I didn't say the victim did anything wrong either. I said that we have to give the law a chance to work. And however it turns out, that's what we need to do. Damn right. You stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. So protect your own damn children. Do some damn work as a people. So I want to see the Cosby Show again. I'm going to be streaming it. I'm going to find me a service to stream it on. And I'm going to stream the Cosby Show anytime that I'm working. Why? Because Bill Cosby raised all of us. Bill Cosby raised people for 10 years. And you're going to tell me that we weren't better people then than we are now? That's why they're tearing his name down. He encouraged us to love one another. He encouraged us to see each other, to try and build up one another. But not us. That ain't what we're going to do. We're going to find any and everything to tear each other down. Anytime we talk about what someone else has done wrong, it's always pointing the fingers back at us. Anytime, we never wanted to just pick up our own and take care of them. Why can't we be foundationally supportive until he's actually proven guilty and go up fairly proven guilty? Why is that so hard? Why can't we be his floor or foundation until such time and that he is proven guilty using the system in the way the system was designed to be used? Tell me that. Questioning me with questions. When I put it out there, all you got is questions. You ain't got no answers. So give me an answer to that question. Why can't we be foundational until he is proven guilty in a court of law through, what's the word I'm looking for? Non-fraudulent means. Because the correlation that you all aren't willing to make because you want to be mad about a man you don't even know is that one day Bill Cosby could be Trash Can Waves or he could be JP Jr. Right? You don't make that correlation until it's your kid out there. It's a damn problem. Then you want somebody to be over there and be foundational for you and stand up and you're mad because won't nobody. Well, you know what? Perhaps it's because your loyalty was lacking your damn self. Exactly, Kareem. So when it works, why the hell wouldn't you celebrate that shit? Oh no, not us. The system works, and instead of us celebrating the fact that it worked for a black man for once, we just wanted to go ahead and figure out how we could tear him down some more, poop on him some more, shit on him as best we could, bruh. Oh, the system didn't do you wrong enough. Here, let us do it some more. If we know the system wasn't designed for us, we have to do our best to work within it while we figure out a way to divest from it. And speaking of divestment, we cannot divest ourselves of our men unless we cannot divest ourselves of those people without our men. So to you ridiculous women out here talking about divesting yourselves of black men and the black community, deuces. Y'all make it easier for the rest of us. It's less load to carry. You are not my work. My work is the agency of children. And if you cannot look at the innocence until proven guilty of black men like Bill Cosby, like R. Kelly, if you cannot look at the foundational necessity of a Melvin Van Peebles and A.J. Johnson, and the need to leave their names intact even after they are gone, then deuces. Because you also cannot see how you're not being foundational for our children. How you're setting up the narrative for them to not even get the pass because the system messed up, because someone overstepped their bounds. And we know how many of our men are in prison right now, falsely accused. And no, that's not true. It is true. We see it on a regular basis. There you go. That's yes. That's what I'm talking about. You said he's guilty based on your opinion, though. He was not proven guilty. He was not proven guilty because of the prosecution's error. That's where we disagree. So no, I'm not celebrating his homecoming. I'm not celebrating him being out, but I am saying that the law worked. And we have to be thankful for that. The law damn worked, and it more often than not does not. And we know that there are many of our men who are in prison falsely accused. Look at how many of them are out here just telling you, I almost got locked up for being falsely accused. Gentlemen, share your stories. Email them to me. I'm not kidding. Because what I get behind the scenes are emails and videos of fathers with their children in the few brief moments that they're allowed to have because of the system, because of angry women, because of indoctrination and BS. And it's us. Our need to have a damn opinion and share it whatever, instead of being responsible and accountable and foundational and standing up for this damn community. You know what? You know what? I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I'm gonna let y'all fight it. I'm gonna let y'all have it. I'm gonna let you all just shit on all of our men. Everyone, every time. I don't care who it is. If you like them, you don't like them. You hear me? Every time that someone says one of our men did something wrong, you make sure you stand your ass up and say, yep, he sure did it. And we're going to hold him accountable all the way to the end. No matter what, you make sure that you do it every goddamn time. When it becomes the one that you like, you had better keep the same damn energy. Because otherwise, it's just about being heard. It's about your emotions being heard, not your facts, not standing up for your folks, not being foundational damn people. Deminde, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. So when my sons tell me that they plan on finding wives elsewhere, these women are loyal to other women, and not even other black women. I said it, and I'll wait. How many black women do you know who tell you that they're not friends with other women? So then you know that the sister code isn't loyal to sisters. Who's it loyal to? If proven guilty, none of these people have been proven guilty because the law says if the bathwater is tainted, you got to throw it all out. You heard some things, we heard some things, and we felt some type of way, and we moved on that. Yes, hold everybody accountable for. You can shun him. That's fine. I'm not telling you to invite him back with open arms. What I am telling you is do not be the gatekeeper. Don't stand in his damn way. Gone, bruh. Stay away from me and mine. I'm thankful that the system saw some justice for you. Stay away from me and mine. I still don't trust you. Not us, though. We just go ahead and tear them down. We do that. Oh, I don't see other communities doing that. Not in that way. Everybody drowns in that story. Stop, y'all. That's right, trash can waves. You knew what I was before you let me in. It's your fault. So don't let him into your house. But don't destroy his chances of living at all. And you don't know that nah, that's not how it works. This is why we can't get anywhere. Because we can't just say, you know what? The system didn't find you guilty. Because So we have to give you the opportunity to come here and redeem yourself. We don't believe in redemption. We talk redemption. We don't believe in it. For a so-called Christian damn community, most of us would pass Jesus by. Never give him a second thought. Y'all, the path that this leads down to is this divestment from the black community by black women, right? Black men ain't ish. Black men ain't this. Protect all women. Da 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 da. We're not protecting our men. We're not protecting them when we put them in harm's way with our mouths, with our actions, with the things that we do, with our inability to give them to space to make a decision or a mistake and grow from it and have us still rock with them. We don't know the context or the full scope in these things, and we're willing to pick a side. And we always seem to pick the side of everybody but black men. But then we want them to come to the fight. They've been foundational in every fight this country has ever fought. And now they are dying off, young and old in droves. Melvin Van Peebles and AJ Johnson in the same week. It's been starting since around the time that Ozzie Davis died, was when I first began to notice, and that was at least 15 years ago. Shout out to Ruby Davis for being able to continue on after his death. Usually, when you're pair bonded in that way and you're that much older, you've been together for that long, when one goes, the other will go within a year. But a testament to his strength and their love is that she managed to continue to go on after he passed. I'm not sure if she's still alive, but yeah. The only way to get foundational love like that is loyalty. It's to allow our people to make mistakes, to make decisions we may not agree with, and move on from there. So I'm looking at the poll. We're at the 2 hour mark, guys. I can continue to talk for a while, but really, to what end? Y'all, we are where we are, right? My opinion, of all of the women that he spent time with drinking and drugging, it's a possibility. That's my opinion. Same with the other dude. But my opinion is also that, well, never mind. It's not important. So tonight's poll on YouTube was: do single mothers leave a healthy legacy? Out of 14 votes, 64% of you said yes, and 36% of you said no. I would love to hear from the 64% who said they leave a healthy legacy, because I'd love to know what that is. I don't know, Demende. I mean, I have faith in the strength and power that Kevin Samuels, the lead attorney, have managed to amass, but they're shocky. What concerns me is that Dr. Tia Johnson's been out here longer than both of them, I believe, and he's speaking directly to the issues of our sons. And our men would rather defend the idea than the reality. We're gonna fight for y'all, if not y'all, fellas. I can say whatever I'm gonna say. I'm just somebody's mama. It's what y'all gonna say. That's the thing. That's the thing. I'm just one mom, one voice. You know, until you all see that you have to be foundationally loyal until the point where they are actually locked up and proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. When they come back out into the community, after they've been locked up and served their time, they still have to be given that grace to come back to redeem themselves in the eyes of the community. That part. I'm so sorry to hear about that, Demende. My spirit goes out to you and your family, and I really hope that you've been able to make some more positive strides since then. Um, Send me an email. I think that you have a story that you should be able to share too. Sometimes we do end up in situations where we have to be a single mother where we didn't expect to. I am in the midst of a divorce. I didn't want to be a single mother, but what I saw in my relationship wasn't the type of man that I wanted my sons to follow after. If you go back to the last stream that I had, you'll there's a lot of things there, Demende, that'll help you understand. I'm glad that you're healed. I really am. I think that that's fantastic because it's being in that healed space that allows you to be the best parent to your sons. Um, and now you're the one who's holding down that legacy for them and their father. So I salute you. My children's great grandmother did it. She'll be 105, I think, this year. And she did not remarry after her husband passed. And to be honest, I chose not to date with any intention of being in a relationship until after my children were out of the home. Same thing. They have a father. He just is the man that he is. That's what I'm going to answer that one. He's the man that he is. So, yeah. Um, but you guys, I am going to drop the link one more time. I am going to ask you for some theme songs on the way out of here. Trash can waves. We are going to agree to disagree, cuzzo, because at the end of the day, we are family. We have to have the hard conversations. And then we have to be able to walk away and know that we still see each other as family. And you are my cuzzo. You know, even if you do leave money on the nightstand, I think it's fantastic. I think that each and every one of you citizens are amazing. And I just want you to think when you decide the next time that you hear um, another artist has done this thing, just take a minute before you fire off that next social media message. Just think, how would I want the world to move if I wanted my son to get justice? Because in the court of law, in that time frame, it's two people trying to get justice, the victim and the defendant. And no matter which side you're on, you need foundational people to move in a particular way. You need your attorney, like the lead attorney, to move in a particular way. As a defendant or a victim, you have to move in a particular way. And if your emotions haze or cloud that, it puts you in jeopardy. As a community, we have to move in a foundational, particular way. When you don't, you put us all in jeopardy. We are not a community. We're just a culture. I want something different. So, guys, I need a theme song for On the Way Out of Here. Please, once again, join the Facebook group. Any questions or comments that you didn't feel comfortable putting up over here because you thought that I was just gonna light you up, one, please don't think that. I don't think y'all know me that well. If that's how you felt. Oh, sorry, I forgot to drop this. There's a StreamYard link in case you want to come up. I am certainly willing to talk about it. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I was trying to drop the Facebook link. If you would like to go over to buy me a coffee, I'm going to drop the link. Maybe. Nope. It won't let me. Here. What am I thinking? That's why. But you guys, thank you so much for showing up. I really appreciate you being here. I hope that you were able to find and take something from the message. Even if it was just, you know, there go JP, she might need some more medication. But really seriously, I hope that you were able to just find something from the message. Um our black family and friends community and the message, guys. We gotta do a better job. Uh and since I don't have one, I'm gonna go with this song. Because I think that it is the bad blood through years of miscommunication that have thank you. She stole my thunder. So glad to see you in here. Y'all were all very quiet tonight. Made me worry. Made me worry. Um, I think it's the bad blood from years of not communicating with one another that's gotten us here. That's my opinion on it. I worship you like holy days. Fellas, if you can't be loyal to each other, what woman's gonna think you're loyal to her? Vice versa, ladies. We don't see each other. We just look at each other and see our past hurts. So sad. Our men look at us and they see the mothers and sisters and friends who have traumatized them. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where everybody is. She stole my thunder. But I said what I had to say. You know. Oh yeah, I was supposed to be sharing the link to the Facebook. My bad, guys. This is the link to the Village Facebook page. And this is the link to the JP Facebook page. Hey, there's 6 members over here. When did that happen? Meh. Isn't that funny? Hadn't seen them once. Hopefully they'll start talking about something, guys. Hopefully we'll start talking about something. Because we need to have a conversation. We're doing a pretty crappy job of it right now. Although I think that this one went pretty damn well, if you ask me. So, again, guys, if anybody knows how to DJ on a live stream without issues, that would be great because that's my goal. But I don't know. I guess I consider myself a spiritual DJ, even if I have to hit you with a hot take, it an unpopular one sometimes. Uh, the combo was just about never mind. Thank you. She stole my thunder. I appreciate that. Um, I'm gonna drop this piece that I was writing before in the Facebook book and on the Buy Me a Coffee later on the day. It just says that our men are dying. Melvin Van Peebles, AJ Johnson, or they're being left for carrion like Bill Cosby or R. Kelly, and otherwise dismissed as problematic. Our women's lack of loyalty is the problem. I'm not here for the grown ones. They can now speak for themselves. Like I said, shout out to the big guy. I'm here for the boys, the children, and the coming of agers. These mothers, their mothers are failing them, and I can't take it. And I want to talk about it. Like I said, um, I don't think that YouTube is gonna know where to put me for a minute because that's it. I'm gonna talk to you all about what it is that we could, what we do, what we consume, and how that has an effect on it. But I think that I'm our children have no voice, nobody who speaks up for them, and that's my job. That's who I've been here for my whole life. That's who I changed my life for. That's how I. That's who I think every parent has to change theirs for. You don't owe a man anything. You owe your children everything. You owe them every chance, opportunity in the world. And when you don't show up for them, or when you move on emotions, you're not giving them that opportunity. We're failing our kids. We're failing our kids for assimilation and sister code and I don't know what else, but we're failing them. We're pointing our fingers at them as we fail them, and that's what makes it worse. We're just crappy people in that way. And I've had enough. So yeah, I that was the point. I needed to get it out and to say it. Moving forward, I'm gonna go back to talking about those things that we've been talking about. Uh, but I had to get this off my chest. And you'll notice that every time I'll return to our children, because that's the most important thing. They're our future, and we're doing a crap job by them. Look at what happened with the pandemic. The amount of money that our government has given away. Who do you think is going to be responsible for that later? It's not us, our kids. If we're not speaking up for them, if we're not advocating for them by making better decisions as foundational people and parents and communities, that's it. So, yeah, guys, I just needed to get it off my chest because I'm sick of seeing it. Y'all don't know how much it breaks my heart when I get dad moments, and I know that they're few and far between for these fellas. So before I go, I do want to make sure that I mention the homework from Saturday, guys. How's your homework coming along? Have you found something in someone else that you dislike? Have you sought it out in yourself, and are you rooting it out? Leave me a message in the Facebook group. Let me know how it's going. I'm gonna drop the homework over there again on a cute little graphic. But yeah. Anyway, guys, we're gonna do this. We're gonna grow together. We're gonna keep our spirits up. You guys are gonna help me keep mine up in these moments. Right now, I kind of feel like it's at this moment. Once again, thank you, citizens. I appreciate you guys for each and everything that you do, for being here, showing up, and shouting me out. I hope that you will keep your spirits up. And I hope to see you in the streams, guys. Peace and blessings. Have a good one.
the sins of my father.